Hey, Steve here. I'd like to show you the new additions that we've made to Racing Price Monitor on the 1st of November 2025. Okay, so before we had the Steamer Drifter, it was pretty basic, and now what we've done after requests and looking into it, we've split it into Steamer Drifter UK and Ireland, Steamer Drifter Australia and New Zealand, and Steamer Drifter for all the other countries covered by betfair. So now you can set them um, a bit more specifically because obviously they come onto their markets come up at different times, and that's what this is designed to catch. And also the display, as I'll show you in a minute, makes it so much clearer. So first of all, the first thing we need to do is say we're doing Australia and New Zealand. We come down into the settings and we come down into the steamer drifter options. So we've got the UK and Ireland there. We've got Australia and New Zealand, and then we've got the others. So in Australia and New Zealand, we're going to set the markets to a time of 9 o'clock, and this is your local time. So this is 9 o'clock my time here in Western Australia, and the markets are going to start being monitored from that time onwards. So we've set that, we've got all that right. Now we come down into the prices. What do you want the prices? The minimum from one. Now this is the price when the race is about to jump. So because I've got $20 here, that means a horse that is say $35 2 hours before the jump and then comes into under 20, then that will show up. Okay, so it's not looking at horses that are 20 and then steaming in. It's looking at horses that finish steaming in within this price range. Okay, and then the minimum quantity, minimum volume, obviously, if you're dealing in some, say, the US and some countries that might have smaller volumes, you might put a quantity in there, but I'll just leave it at 100 so it catches them all. Then I can make my decision. So I click on submit and successfully updated. So now what I need to do is come up here to the Steamer Drifter Australia and New Zealand, and I click on that. It's loading, and you can see here at the moment it's got the venue, the time, the runners, the prices at 9 o'clock, the current price. So we see Soul Ash Moon was at 12s at 9 o'clock. Now it's into 5.5. It's a 54% price movement, not market movement, but price movement. This works on price movement. And we can click by sort by the lowest to the highest, or we can use it in the time zone. So if we do this now, it'll tell us that at 120, Navy Steel's coming up. That's a hot favourite. We can see there it's currently 1.69, 6.63% movement in its price from 9 o'clock to now. So in the last 6 hours, it's moved in 6.63. And then we've got the next race at Nara, showing you a bit more. Now, what we can do is we can also come up here and we can include harness. If we do that now, you can see later on in the day there'll be some harness racing. If I click refresh, they're not listed yet. So I just untick that and show completed. So if I tick that now, this will show all the races that just hit on time. This is all the races that have been run already, and we can see there red ones are losing horses, so they didn't win. Obviously, W in the green are the winners, and the P's are the run of place. So we can see if we look at this one now, we move along, we can just look at favourites only. I just move this along, I didn't realise you. So we could do favourites only. So if we look at this now and just click on the time, these are all the favourites that have come in the price, and there's the price movements there. We have the option coming over here and changing the price move. So say we only want to look at horses that have steamed in between 20 and 100. We click that and come back and have a look. And we can see so far there's been 3 favourites that have steamed in more than 20% because we've put up 20% to 100%. So we can see the movements that they've had, and we've only had the one at Narracourt laying up. was at 315, started at 1.63, 48%, and that won. The two other ones so far run Bella and Sir Sterling. Neither of them have won. That's a New Zealand race, Riverton. Okay, so this is the steamer. So we've got those options up the top there, so we can show the harness, show completed or uncompleted. So, and then we can go to show favorite only. So if weren't worried about the history, we were just looking at races coming up. We can see here, click on time, so we can see these are the races coming up that have got steamers that are coming in more than 20% so far. Okay, so that's how you use the steamer and the drifters. If we come over to the drifters, drifters are the same. So you can put the drifters by, say, 20%. You want to only look at ones that come in by 20%, and we can see them there now. These haven't raced, so we've got one coming up in 10 minutes at Mornington. Promised Land, it's gone from 960 out to 1350. Now, keeping in mind, because we had the drifters set between 1 and 20, the same as the steamers, then it won't show anything that's got the current price of higher than 20, then their horses won't show up. And then we can come over here and click completed, and we can see here now these are the horses that have run, that have been drifters of more than 20%. Now I've got New Zealand races in here, and we can see here we started at 9:02. Well, this race started at 9:13, so it's only got 9 minutes of time there, and also the markets are pretty skinny in New Zealand first thing in the morning. So these here were pretty much, there wouldn't have been much betting. I think the earlier the earlier races had about 1,000 if that in the pool. But we get into some of the ones that are now, these are like 1 hour after. These are 2 hours afterwards. You can start seeing that. You can see there's no reds there at the moment, so that everyone's been losing. But obviously, you need to look at what the prices were. We can come up to here and click on show favourites only. Then we can see there in the favourites only that's been raced so far, only two have won, one at 6.2 and one at 4.3. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we just break even if we bet these ones here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them ran a place. But these were the favourites that had drifted. Okay, so it gives you an idea. So that is the new edition from the 1st of November 2025, and it makes it so much easier to spot the drifters and that. The other good thing we have now also added is up here we have the export. So we can export now, and we get it in a file like this. So we can do more research. So we've got the steamers and drifters and where they're placed. So we can start doing some, move that over so it shows you the results as well. So it gives you a chance to do some more research and see exactly what brackets of drift may suit you, because we've got here the price movements, whether they're a steamer or drifter, the prices that they went off at, the price they started monitoring at, whether they were favourites. Well, we had the favourites ticked, so they're all favourites, and the names and what country they were in. So it gives you plenty to work with. So that is the new additions to Racing Price Monitor that we've made, and making it a whole lot more user friendly to use. So thanks for being on board with Steamer Drifter and the Racing Price Monitor software. We wish you all the best from myself and Michael. Cheers.